Hey,
Oh, hey.
Woohoo!
we made it.
Right.
We made it.
Yeah.
How you doing, Dean?
Good. How you doing yourself, Gary?
I'm gonna make it, I think.
Let's hope so.
Well, that's a good sign.
Hey, how you like my this is for Dale, okay? How you like my Hawaiian shirt?
I noticed that right away.
Pretty
It's hard to
cool.
beat.
It's not your
Good.
conventional looking Hawaiian shirt, but
Oh
I
no, we
bought it
see
in
lots of
Hawaii,
those.
so
That's all right.
just
That's
before
good.
COVID hit,
I've
as a
got
matter of
about
fact.
Gary. I've got about 20 of those shirts. So, well, because I used to work the island for Dell.
Oh, okay.
So when you went over to see customers, you never wore. You had to be casual. So I mean, you had to buy real. You couldn't go to the cheap ABC stores to buy it. You had to buy a
Yeah.
nice looking shirt. So
Yeah. I just love shopping. Everybody was so nice in the stores in Hawaii, on Maui anyway.
Yeah.
Um, Bobby, I can't pass up the fuzz on your face there. That's is that new? That'd
It's
take me 2 months.
it's for a play. It's just for a play after Saturday's matinee. It's coming off.
Okay. I'd like to try to get over and see that play. We'll have to talk about that. Can you guys are sounding a little bit light. Is that me or is that you guys?
I hear you
I
fine.
hear
I
you
hear
fine.
Yeah.
everybody fine.
Okay, you can
Sounds
hear me
good to
fine?
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just look at one little thing here. No, I'm not gonna fool with it. If you guys can hear me, I'm not gonna fuss with it.
Okay, so you don't want to hear us. Is that it? Okay.
Wow.
Okay, now
Now we
you
know where
could
we stand.
you could look at it that way, but you don't have to. How's everybody been? It feels like it's been a while, but
Yeah, it's good.
yeah.
I've spent the last 2 evenings, 3 evenings really, out and about,
Uh,
reading poetry, yes, and acting.
what does that mean, out and about?
Well, Barnes and Noble, and then we had a literary open mic at the local
Oh my
theater.
gosh,
Yes, it was
that was
wonderful. Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, literary, we just get people that have their own work that they read and perform. So
Sounds like a plan to me.
yeah, it
Give it a
worked out
shot.
good.
Well, out and about to me means I'm out drinking. That's
Well, but for me, if I have one glass of wine, I need to take a nap. So, I'm not
oh,
the
I
one
hear
to
you.
party there.
Yeah, I gotta start. I gotta start after the sun goes down, or else I'll be through early if I don't. So yeah, but Bobby, send me an email. I don't even like texting anymore. My fingers are just too fat. I'm too slow.
Send you an email for about
Just tell
what?
just about your play because
Be
I'd like to
fair.
come see it if I can get it right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's on
Gil
Facebook.
Binbrook just wrote that play up on
Yeah,
Phoenix stages
very
and
nice. Yeah.
Mm.
talking Broadway. I mean, he really liked it. He really puffed my head up. I'm surprised it's not bulging out from the screen here.
Well, it does look a little
Well, yeah, I look
bold
grungy,
there.
but I'm just talking about he made my head swell.
Oh my gosh.
He was saying Bobby Havens was superb and all. I mean, it was just like, whoa, wow. And this is my last show. So I thought, well, I'm going out with a
Go out
bang.
on top. Go out on top. Yeah.
Okay, when you
Yeah.
say your last show, what do you mean by that?
I'm not going to do any acting anymore.
That is very interesting. I probably
Well,
won't either, but
I
I'm
can't.
old.
This last play, to get where I needed to be, to get the kind of review that I got, and to be there for my castmates, it was work, and I wasn't having fun anymore. And it's because of my stroke and a few other medical issues that I'm having that I just I'm just going to leave at the top of my game. I got some storytelling things. I just directed a storytelling thing last night that went very well. It's great stories, very well received. So I'm going to do more storytelling and education here at Sun City Players. with acting, and I got a bunch of writing projects, so including poetry.
Including poetry. Well, I'm glad you included us.
So, yeah. So, but acting on stage, this one is my last. And
Yeah.
I was going to talk about that before my poem today, but I've so many people have just said to me, "Don't give up, don't you?" And so I wrote a poem. I wrote 2 poems about I'm not giving up, I'm giving out. I'm not giving up. That's quitting. I'm not quitting. My creativity will continue and I'll give it out in a different way, but I'm not giving up. I'm giving out. So,
So read your poem.
okay.
You might as well. You've already opened the barn
Pandora's
door.
box, yeah, yeah.
Well, like I say, I wrote 2 of them, but this is the one. The other one deals more with that giving up, and I'm not giving up, I'm giving out. But this one does mention it. But I like this one the best, and I'll probably post it after we do the final curtain call this weekend. But the poem is called "Even So, I'll Be Raring to Go," and it reads, "I'm not done," says my daddy's son. "I cannot stop having my creative fun. It is true, my bod can't do what it's always done. My mind is slow when it's time for the pun, and my bones are feeble, unable to run. But my gift to use words and phrases and stories that are candid yet twisted and spun, that's where I live now, and I love where I live. It's fun. And it's from that space, that I'll not give up but give out till my maker says different and takes my ass out. But even so, I'll still be raring to go."
All right.
Very nice.
That's
Yeah.
a good start.
Yeah, good last line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just watch me. I have plans for my funeral too. It's not.
You
I'm
thought
gonna
this
jump
thing
up
through,
out of
haven't
that
you?
casket and do a song and dance for everybody.
I'm just trying to get 1 year older. That's all I'm trying to do. Anyway, that was I like that. Do me a favor. I always like this because I think about stealing people's lines. So I always ask for something to be repeated. You may have noticed that. It's not because I'm not paying attention. Really. I don't have any choice. I got this big TV in front of me, and there's nothing but you guys on there. So where would I go? Read me the last stanza, would you, or the last couple of lines?
The last couple of lines. So it's from that space, that I'll not give up but give out till my maker says different and takes my sorry ass out. But even so, I'll still be raring to go.
Right. I like your internal rhyme. That's you may amount to something, Bobby. You just might. You just might become a poet. Shoot.
When you grow up, you might be good at it, right?
Well, I've got enough poems to
I think he's
fill a
trying
book.
not to grow up, though. That's the thing. I don't know. Well, I definitely don't want to. I don't want to follow that. No kids and animals don't ever follow them if you're on stage. You got a problem. Or good actors. I avoid them too if I can.
Well, okay, Dean should go next then.
I have nothing.
What? You have all kinds of poems.
Nah.
You've been sending me poems.
Yeah, you've been sending me poems. Get out
Wait
there.
a minute. He hasn't sent me any poems.
I send them no, I do, Gary. I send them to you all the time, and you never respond on Messenger and Facebook.
Where do you put them?
I send them to you under Messenger and Facebook. And I've
I never read Messenger.
I also sent them on the link for on the poet link, but you never answer me back. So I got to be famous like Dale and you know Bobby to get you to respond. So,
Um,
Um,
okay, the first one you mentioned, I don't go on. But now the other one, I should be, I'll pay more attention. I
no,
will.
that's fine. I'm okay. It's
Okay, so-
I'm just glad to be with superstar talent. So well, I'll read one that I wrote here. I did write a couple, but
There you go. That's all we need.
but
That's all we need.
but when you see Bobby start out with a phenomenal poem, you just realize it's a tough
Well,
second
he's
act.
subject to
Tough
do
second
that.
act. You know,
Dale will do the same thing
it's like trying to follow Dale, same thing, and then follow you. I was like, I mean, why am I even on this podcast? But here we go.
because you're a poet.
It was one
And
of
you
those,
know it.
yeah, right. It was one of those days. You might say it was a lazy day. It's one of those days where you kind of hide away from everyone and everybody, where your bed and blanket are your only friend, where you lack any ambition or drive and you really don't know why. Yes, it was one of those days, listening to the sound of silence. That's it.
oh, good.
Like one of those days. Nice title.
One of those days.
Yeah, it's great.
So I'll save my, I maybe have one more I can pull out.
Okay, I came loaded for bear today. I found every short poem that I've ever written. Well, not true.
Oh, okay,
Mine are all short, except for one.
yeah. Okay, is it my turn then?
It's Dale's turn.
I
Yeah.
think
Okay.
it is.
All right. I call this one my portal to the past.
Portal to the past. All right.
Yes. In my desert home, I visit the past. My husband's ashes. My grandmother's painted green bird. 19-year-old me in a frame, nervous, but smiling. Secretly biting my lip to quiet the quiver that no one else ever sees. A museum of sorts where I peruse the past, relive significant history. The trio, 3 penguins in a row in wedding attire. Remnants of trips. My love and I always arm in arm, grinning. Trophies of good times. Reaffirming that I have lived well and long.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. And I really like Quiet the Quiver.
Yeah.
See, now that's short enough. I could actually remember that and stick it in one.
Yeah, I love alliteration.
Well, and you use it well. You use it well.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, that would make it my time.
Mhm.
And you know, since I had a short time, I looked for all my short poems, and I only looked in one book. And with one exception, they're all going to be short, and that should make somebody happy. I don't know. Anyway, I'll start out with feeling it today. And by the way, please, if I have read something once or twice or 5 times, let me know. I'll stop reading it. I'll find something else.
No, repetition is good. It helps. So
Okay, it's good in certain circumstances. Okay.
especially for people that have foggy brains. Keep going.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about foggy brains either. Anyway, feeling it today. We're all of us good to great, even if we also ran. We're pure of heart, noble in our endeavors, generous in our appreciations, soaring in our spirituality, and vulnerable in our need for others to co-create our litanies of triumph over the enemies of hope, as we forge forgiveness from the inside out.
Very nice.
Nice. Yeah, very nice.
That's nice. That's great.
Shalom.
Well, the next poem I read after Bobby reads, it's as long as War and Peace, so that'll make up for your short poem.
I'm telling you, they're all short today, except possibly one. We'll see how it goes. All right, Bobby, you're up.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, shame me, Bobby. Shame me with your talent here.
All right. Well, this one,
You need to be shameless. That's what you need.
I love. You know, all of my poems are inside of a graphic, and I wished I could show them to you somehow, but
I wish
I'll
you
have
could
to
too.
I'll have to figure out how to do that. I'm going to ask Google
You can
after we
down, you
get.
can download in Zoom, you can download a document in Zoom and show it to people. So it's pretty easy. It's if you open up the bar, there's an easy way to download. But anyway, keep
I'll
going.
practice.
I'll,
I'll
I'll
practice
show
it
you.
later.
All right.
But this one, I don't know. Not everybody will get the title. Some of you might after I read the poem, and some of you might not. But the title's very fitting. It's J.4.14. And this is the poem. Life is short, like dew on a farmer's field. That may sound pitiable, but it is not. Life is yours, not mine. But when your life blesses mine like a dew on a farmer's field, my life is blessed by yours, and your blessings are spilling out of mine.
Very nice.
Yeah, nice.
Do you
Very.
get the title? Do
You know
any of
what?
you
I
get
didn't.
You gave us
I
the
didn't
title.
get the title from the standpoint of I didn't really clearly understand the words. So
Is it a
if
Bible
you could just
reference?
say the title again.
Yeah, they'll have it.
It's a Bible
The
reference.
title is J.4.14. It's James 4:14.
Yeah.
And it talks about our life being a mist like a dew on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Very nice.
Yeah, nice.
Nicely done.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's Dean.
Oh man. The
Okay,
pressure.
let's have this long one here.
I don't want to follow you all the time, Bobby. It's too much. Anyway,
No, come on.
it was a rainy night. You might say it was a cool or even cold night. I had driven up the coast, walked down to the beach as the rain began to fall. I could feel the rain against my face along with the smell of the ocean. It was so refreshing. The wind had picked up and the hard rain began to fall. I pulled the hood over my head and put my hands inside my jacket pockets, walking in the sand that was now wet up the hill back to my car. A welcome sight. Opened my car door, all wet and cold, and turned on my car heater to warm me up. I turned on the radio to the sounds of the 60s, and the cold wetness was dissipating from the heat of my car. The splatter of rain hitting my windshield, a soothing sound that shut off the noise inside my head. Listening to 60s in the rain all night into the morning light. I got back on the coast highway to a small coffee shop and ordered black cup of coffee. I got back into my car, decided to drive up the coast highway with my window rolled down with the ocean on the left and the sunrise. What a beautiful sight. Picture perfect, I'd say. I knew that I would continue driving the coast highway, never to return to the emptiness of city lights. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice finish.
I like your decision. I'm kind of jealous because my wife and I are very fond of the Coast Highway. We drove it a bunch, and for various reasons. I did it for track meets. We did it to visit relatives. We just took several trips up there, and I just somehow it symbolized this part of the country, you know. And I thought you did a really nice job with that. That's
Yeah.
I like that. I've got some stories, but I don't think I got any good poems like that.
Mhm.
Well, Bobby's got storytelling, so he'll bring you next time to tell your story.
That we may evolve to that. It's kind of interesting.
It is very good. If you ever listen to The Moth, I don't know if you ever heard of The Moth, but storytelling is really popular across the
Right,
whole world.
right.
And so it's really great to have people tell these stories, and Bobby does such a great job of helping people put it together. So anyway, it's worth, and next time Bobby has storytelling, I think it's worth for you to come on out. So
I put that in my
Next
somewhere in
fall,
my
I'm
brain.
gonna be doing it again next fall and next spring. I do it twice a year for Sun City players.
so we leave
I-
leave it up to Dell to kind of help get us across the finish line.
Oh, we're just getting started.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. What do you think we were finished?
Well, I mean, I
I'm
thought,
just
you know,
I'm checking my notes. That's what I'm.
I had a hard time finding two, let alone three. Go on, Dale.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna read a snarky one about my mother.
All right,
We love
snarky.
we love
My
snarky.
favorite term is snarky.
I know, that's
love
why I
being
used
snarky.
it. That's why I used it, Gary, because I never heard of that word except ages ago, but it's your favorite word.
You know
so I had
what?
to use it.
I got
What?
snark. I got snark. I don't show it here a lot, but I got snark. You know,
Okay.
and I think that's going to be my theme for the next show that we do.
I
I'm
think there's
bringing
a
all
song
my
about
snark.
snark. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, you may
I
not
don't
be
have
up
very
for
many
it.
snarky ones.
Okay, I don't, but I'm more interested in yours right now. So
Oh, okay. All right. This is called The Woman's Last Year. You've had an interesting life, Mom said, as if I were the one nearing death. The remark insulted me, as her comments always did. It was never what she said, but how she said it. The sting in her voice, the disdain in her eyes. Well, it's not exactly over, I snapped without thinking. Bone tired on that day in 2011. Bone tired from running and fetching with never a kind word to be heard. She died that September, and I reclaimed my interesting life, a life of love and gratitude that swells with new adventures and new joy every year. I am sorry that Mom's life was not like mine, but grateful that I survived her bitter world and rose above the calloused scars. I took her to the rhododendron garden on her last Mother's Day, the only Mother's Day I ever remember spending with her. I love that picture taken by a kind stranger. We look beautiful together, surrounded by pink blossoms, walking arm in arm up stone steps. We are both smiling. I have no idea why.
Very nice.
Oh, I love that ending.
yeah, I
I
gotta
was
say that ending
engaged.
kind of went. Yeah, that was. I wasn't looking for that. I wasn't looking for that. Should have been.
Well, I was so engaged all the way through because your mother sounds a lot like mine, and so I I loved that ending because there's pictures of me and my mom together too, of smiling, and I have no clue why. 'Cause
What
she
you were
would
smiling about?
she would do exactly what you would do, and when she passed, my brother asked me, "Are you all right?" And I said, I'm good." I mean, I wasn't sad even, because I just said, "You know what? I'm looking forward to my heavenly mom. She's got to be a whole lot better than my earthly mom."
As long as she made it up there.
She's probably hanging out
I
with
think I
mine.
had a different relationship with my mother, but and I'm just throwing this in for conversation. I think I would have been sad when my mother passed, except that I remember calling her a few months before she passed, and you say the same stuff. Okay, Mom, take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon. And this time, after all these years, when I said, take care of yourself, her response was, well, I don't want to. And I'm like, oh, okay, you don't want to.
Wow.
I said, well, I'll call you in a few weeks and we'll talk about it. She says, no, I'm ready.
Mm.
And so I really kind of had to accept that, and I didn't talk to her again, and she did pass pretty soon after that. But anyway,
Well, that's very touching. I guess I'm a little jealous because guys, I mean, you hear about your relationships, but never to have a mom, at least when she died and when I was 4 years old. So
oh
it's
wow, yeah.
and of course living in foster homes and orphanages, it's just, I'm kind of jealous, I didn't have that ability to know what a mom or a dad was, but but it's still, everybody has a different story to tell, and I'm sure I would, maybe if I knew my mom, she might have been snarky. I don't know.
Yeah. Be glad
Especially
you didn't
especially with
one of
me
those.
around.
I got a feeling if she'd been snarky, you'd know about it. On the other hand,
All right. Well, Gary, it's your turn to enlighten it.
well, I'm having way too much fun to be in charge. So, is it my turn yet?
It is.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Remember now, they're all supposed to be short, unless I get off cue here. So I did good to great. All right. And that is, oh no, I was supposed to do feeling it today. Oh, I messed up my own schedule.
That's a great poem. That is really short,
Yeah.
Gary.
You know what? Never mind. Never mind. I failed to follow my own directions. Let me ask you this. I've done this poem called Shuffle, haven't I?
I never heard it. So,
I'm actually asking Dale because I think she's the one who actually remembers this stuff.
Well, I have your book, so I know all of them, but I
Uh,
don't remember that title. So go for it.
Okay, but if you've heard it before, it's your own dang fault. All right. Okay, here we go. Shuffle. It's kind of an actor thing. You guys might appreciate that. Okay, picture. Young actor, early 20s, serious about my craft. Playing Howard Bevins, Picnic. Bachelor in his 40s. Ancient, according to my lights. Scene. Howard rushes on stage agitated. Challenge. How does a 40-year-old man rush? Does he bolt or canter? Or does he, as I supposed, shuffle? Which led me to concoct a middle-aged man's hustle. It went something like this. Now, that's a sight gag, but I'm not going to get up and do it. But it
We'll
went something
visualize.
like this. And what did I know? I was a kid. I'm 75 years old now, and I run like a deer. Okay, I'm not that fast, but my form is exquisite. Shuffle my ass.
Very nice.
I'm actually 81, but yeah, I had to read off the page. I was
Yeah.
75, obviously, when I wrote the damn poem. So
Seems like yesterday, I'm sure.
I was trying to like, okay, should I try to switch while I'm reading? That's two things, and I don't multitask. So I said no. I was going to try to throw 80 in there, and I said, and then I thought, well, but you're 81, and I thought, you know what? It's not worth it. I just read this on the page. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's 2 down, right?
Shuffle.
For me.
Okay, so it's back to Bobby.
No, it's me.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. It's Bobby. I'm just joking. Just to see
I
if we're
don't-
all to see if we're all alert here. I didn't want to have to follow Bobby again, but go ahead.
I don't know if I have
I'll
a
just
poem.
just still one of mine.
I'm gonna look in my folder here and maybe read one from way back. I only got 2 done for today. One last trip. I'll read that. I think I've read it before, but I don't know if all of you have heard it. One last trip, and this is a great graphic too. I'm gonna have to learn how to do that so you guys can all see this.
It's real simple.
When I was young, I loved to travel, but as the years went by, not so much. And after Danny passed, not at all. But here I am preparing for yet another trip that I've been told since birth would come. And I'm searching for the right word. Curious. Yes, I'm expectantly curious. Tentative I am, but agog at the same time. I'm ripe to see what no man could ever imagine. It was, and you fill in the blank, cancer, stroke that bought my ticket, but it was my father who flew me home. Like I've been told, all things do work for good.
Wow, there's a lot in there.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. And
Yeah.
the graphic just really brings it home too. It's a train track coming out of the left-hand corner of the frame, headed out into eternity, into the middle of nowhere through the center.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Can you read that one again?
Yeah. When I was young, I loved to travel, but as the years went by, not so much. And after Danny passed, not at all. But here I am preparing for yet another trip that I've been told since birth would come. And I'm searching for the right word. Curious. Yes, I'm expectantly curious. Tentative I am, but agog at the same time. I'm ripe to see what no man could ever imagine. It was cancer or a stroke or whatever that bought my ticket, but it was my father who flew me home. Like I've been told, all things do work for good.
Very nice.
Good. Nice.
Appreciate you reading it twice. I don't know. I was fumbling around on my book. I wasn't paying attention. Bad, bad, bad host. Bad host.
Oh, well, I'm gonna, one of my writing projects that I'm gonna start doing now that I'm not acting is called Bad Blobby, Bad Bad Blobby. So maybe I'll have to do a Bad Gary, Bad Bad Gary book.
There you go. There you go. I would love to hear that. I would love to.
Well, there's nothing to hear. It's just a picture of three poets reading their poems and Gary doing whatever he's doing, not listening.
Like
He's
bad
on the
dad,
floor.
bad
He's in
dad.
another room. It's like
He's looking for his glasses. Yeah.
looking for something. That I don't have.
Bad Gary, bad Gary.
Oh, dear.
Okay. Now I want to bring something up that's kind of from the past. And I don't want to get too worked up about ideas that we have, but sometimes, we were starting this thing of you write a bit of a poem, somebody else writes some more, maybe you write the end of it, that sharing thing. And I wanted to mention that we didn't do that again today, I mean, which is okay because I kind of gave up on it and I finished the damn song myself because nobody was interested in it. And I kept saying, what do you think? Could you add something here? Do I need another verse? What do I need? And I was just looking at it today and I thought, well, really, there's two ways to look at this. There's nothing anybody can do to save it. Or it's done, and that's kind of the way I make decisions about stuff I write. Does it suck or is it done? And so if we have another round, I'm not going to read a poem. I'm going to read my song.
I haven't read mine yet.
Well, yeah, we just started the last round. I was the first in this next round, so there's the three of you to go.
So I usually follow Bobby, but if you want to take it over, Gary, go for it.
I ain't scared.
I don't think so. Bad Gary.
I am scared. Just like anybody who's ever spent time on stage, like I said, you don't want to follow kids, you don't want to follow animals, you know. They're going to steal the show no matter what you do. I am kind of like, I do like this poem, Obviosity, but I'll save that one. Okay, I got to get this off my chest. Here we go. I'm not explaining nothing. You can ask questions, I'll try to answer them, but I ain't setting it up. I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna rock on, okay? She's my biped baby and she don't mean maybe. Wearing blue jeans, shorts, and sensible shoes, the girl ain't fixing to sing no blues. And here is her personal point of view. I can feel you looking at my good cooking. Don't bother me none. Don't slow me down. I get this attention all over this town. Gonna dance every day and sing my song. See me rock steady as I glide along. Don't have to go fast, don't have to go slow, because I can make the wind blow. I say, I can make the wind blow on a dried up sunny day. She's my biped baby and she don't mean maybe. Wearing blue jeans, shorts, and sensible shoes, the girl ain't fixing to sing no blues. She don't have to go fast, don't have to go slow, because she can make the wind blow, make the wind blow, make the wind blow on a dried up sunny day.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you
sounds
go.
done to me.
Yeah,
Now all I need is a musician and we'll both get rich. Or not. Well, thank you. I feel like it was kind of like I should thank you for letting me read that, but I had to get it off my chest. I would
yeah, I
just
know.
had stayed with me too long. So there you
Yeah,
go.
well, I'm glad you did.
Yeah,
So we need one more from Dean and one more from Dale.
All right. I can feel you across the room is the name of this one. I can feel you across the room. It is as if I've known you all my life. Is it a physical attraction of two souls becoming one? That's a rare occurrence that only happens once. Two souls connected, never to part in this world or into the next world. I can feel you in the room as if I've known you all my life. That's it.
Can you read that one again?
Yeah, please. For some reason, I don't have my sound turned up, and when we get into this mode, I can't do anything with my screen. So it's like
It's a short one, but it is. I can feel you across the room.
okay.
It's as if I've known you all my life. Is it the physical attraction of two souls becoming one? That is a rare occurrence that only happens once. Two souls connected, never to part in this world or even in the next world. You know, I can feel you across the room. It's just, I've known you all my life.
That's a pretty good feeling, I would imagine.
Yeah.
We're all connected. We just don't
Thank
know
you for reading it again.
it.
yeah.
Appreciate it. I think that's what I wish for every time I walk into a crowded room. You know, somebody's going to see me and have that same reaction that you just had. Dream on, right?
Yeah,
It's possible.
Well, I am a dreamer. So that's what I do.
So we've got Bobby and Dale. Is that what we got going on
No,
Yeah.
I've done 3. Dale hasn't though.
Yeah,
here? Okay,
yeah,
you get to
I'm-
read.
yeah, I'm ready to go. Well, that's all I have for new poems, but I'm gonna delve into my book because I have a couple of old love poems that I thought I'd dredge out here. First one is called Your Mark on Me. My soul bears your thumbprint, a permanent crater, casually created, discarded. What good is it now to you? The heart you carried away in your pocket, proclaiming we have nothing in common.
Very nice.
And then my second one is called Drunk in the Afternoon.
Oh,
The hole in my heart, like cork pulled from a bottle, a glass tunnel to wine once within, side so smooth, never together to knit, never to meet, everything once inside, gone.
Huh?
Very nice.
Yeah.
See?
Do those
I
two
got that
poems
one, I
have the
think.
same backstory?
Do they have what?
Do those two poems have the same or similar backstory to them?
Well, yeah, it's the same backstory. It is a long old story where I was
Okay.
swept off my feet by a saxophone player. In fact, that's how I ended up living on Maui, to tell you the truth.
Oh, okay.
See, I think I was swept off my feet by a saxophone player is a great line. I think
That is a great line.
Well, my girlfriends would tell me it happens to all of us.
Yeah, that is a great line. You should write a story
Okay,
and go
good.
do a
That's good.
storytelling event with it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that, but actually that whole series that I have, I've called a 3-poem affair. And
Oh,
you know,
a third one?
it's the 3 phases, you know, you're infatuated and then things kind of go downhill from there.
Okay,
okay.
so
But
it's 3
I've
phases,
never
2
read
poems.
I never read that out because I have one that's a little more of a sensuous, picturesque kind of poem. So
Well,
not usually, you know, not as comfortable to read out loud to an unknown
yeah.
audience.
Well, both of those were interesting. I picked up on the fact that they had the same backstory. That was
Right. Yeah.
they were good, Dale. Very good.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Nicely done.
I get this feeling that everybody has got like something else to do or something, you know. It's like,
Well, the thing is we've all done 3 poems, and we're just trying to fish around and try and
Well,
find.
I've got one. I've got a very short one.
Oh, okay, good.
hey, now we're
Go for it.
now-
Okay.
Am I dreaming or am I sleeping? Is it me or is it someone else? Tell me what is real. Tell me what I feel. Is it my body or is it my soul? Please let me know before I go.
Oh,
That's good. That's good.
yeah, that
Good
is
point.
good.
That's all. I've run dry. That's it.
Well, I guess that's bound to happen. Um,
Well, I think that I'm about I get about 2 poems every 2 weeks, so maybe I'm doing a poem a week. But when we go more than 2 poems, I'm digging for stuff. So I
well,
just
I
don't
guess
have
I
books of
remember
it
that.
laying around like the rest of you do.
I don't have a
Well, here's the thing, though. When you're talking, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you say I do my 2 poems, you're talking about stuff you've recently written.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you came on, it was like you didn't really consider yourself a poet. So I think you're doing fabulous. I'm looking at a bunch of old stuff, you know, and it's like, oh, nobody ever gave me too much attention.
That's what I'm
Hey, let
saying
me
is
throw this on.
if we go past 2 poems, I don't have the books that you do to pull off the bookshelf and read.
Well,
So maybe that's why it feels to you like I think I got something else to do, is because I feel like I'm done.
actually, that was just a snarky remark that I thought I'd try to get away with.
And
You
yeah,
just happen to
no,
be the
So I
we
just
held
want
you accountable.
I just want to know, Gary, who's the overdrive customer that's on our call here? What is that overdrive customer?
That's Raven. Raven.
oh, Raven.
Yeah.
How did you come up with Raven's name?
I don't know. I just see on the list here of the participants and overdrive.
You know what? I call him my tech guy.
Oh, okay.
What I am is as I think I'm his adopted uncle or something, you know. He knows that I'm always trying to do something that I'm not really capable of doing, like I don't have the background for it or something. And he bails me out all the time, you know. And now he does charge me, but I don't think he charges me as much as everybody else. But he actually, that's how he makes his living. He makes systems like restaurants, you know, their how they got to set up their ordering system, and you know all the mechanics and stuff that go along with business. That's how he makes his living. But you know, he also MCs my parties. You know, he's a very good singer. He's just very unusual guy. You know, I call him Saving Raven.
So
You
even
know,
already.
because he'd be
There you
saving
go.
my, you know what, a lot. You know, matter of fact, I'm waiting for him to come over now because I need him to fix my TV. I'm using basketball. You know, it's like my life is hard.
Yeah.
Well, it is when you don't have any skills, you know. It's like I don't fix nothing, you know, hardly anything. But anyway, that may be the longest pause I've ever allowed in my life.
Yeah.
It's like,
Hardly, hardly.
Yeah, so
usually I
the
can't
way, the way
stand
to
them.
do it, Gary, is start a meeting out by saying, in conclusion, are there any questions?
Yes. So I'm glad that everybody made it. And do you have any questions? And are anything you would like to say to encourage our new poets? Other than the fact
Keep
that
on writing. That's all. Keep on writing.
Keep on
Well,
right.
I can share one episode I had recently after my poetry group went and read at Barnes and Noble. There were 8 of us that went to a restaurant afterwards, you know, and so on. And we ended at the end of it, we wrote a poem for a jointly poem for the waitress. There were 8 of us there, and we started on the piece
oh,
of
how
paper.
cool.
And one by one, we wrote the poem, and she was thrilled. She was thrilled at the end. So,
Oh yeah.
She should be. But
Yeah.
are you saying you haven't?
huh? No,
Are
we
you
gave it
saying-
to her. We gave it to her. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you don't
Yeah.
have.
Well,
Then you
No,
can read it.
no, it was
Okay,
on a piece
okay,
of paper in handwriting of 8 different people, you know,
so
one line at
can
a
you
time.
share what you did on open mic? I know it's not a poem, but I thought it was very nice. Is that something you feel comfortable with?
You're talking
I could talk about it. Yeah.
Can you?
Dale.
I
Okay.
thought it
Yeah.
was
Well, on the open mic, actually, I read a story that I wrote many years ago and was already published. You know, I actually got paid for it, you know, but I read it at open mic. But the content, maybe I don't want to talk about. So, but
okay,
anyway.
that's fair. I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah, well, yeah, but there, at the open mic that we have in Wailuku, you know, people don't bring, you know, it's not for music and things like that. It's strictly literary. It's just people that wrote poems and, you know, parts of plays and short stories and so on. And it was 2 hours of nonstop people with a lot of creativity. It was really.
And so when they get up to the mic to talk, is there a time limit for them?
Yeah, we do. It's supposed to be 5 minutes, but if you run over a little bit, it isn't too bad. The story that I read actually was about 15 minutes, but I know Heather, the woman that's, you know, puts it together, and I told her it's a little longer. So, but there were some others. There was some very meaty stuff there, you know, as far as people's deep feelings. And of course, some people were there from that wrote about the fire in Lahaina. In fact, one of my poet friends lost not only her home, she lost her job, and she lost the man that was in her life for many years. I mean, all of those things at one time were gone. And there was a lot of emotion involved. But there was comedy also. One of individual that's in my acting class. In fact, Gary, we talked about him when we had lunch that time. He's a pastor at Unity Church, and
get out of here.
yeah, just like your your stand-up comedy guy at your church. And
Yeah.
he gave this little routine on snake oil. And he had us all convinced we were going to buy it, you know, so it was really quite good.
That's over in Maui.
Yeah, it's here. There's a lot of talent here, Bobby. It's amazing. A lot of people come from.
I believe it. You said a pastor who's a comedian, Unity pastor who's a comedian, And
Yeah.
the pastor at the Unity Church of Phoenix is a stand-up comedian too.
Yeah,
You're talking about Mirage?
Yes, Mirage.
yeah, that's what
That's
Gary
my
was
guy.
saying.
That's where I go.
Oh, okay. I
I told you the
went
story
there
about
for,
going to the comedy thing in improv in whatever town that is down the road.
Scottsdale.
Yeah, Scott. No, it's not Scottsdale. It's, well, it's where the University of is it Arizona? Yeah, Arizona University. The town that it's in. Anyway, it's a very well known improv place, and he went there, and we knew he was going. We knew that he always told jokes to start off his talk. You know, I'm not a sermons guy. If you say talk to me, I'll listen. If you say sermon, I'm out the door. You know, but I mean, this is the truth. After his show at the Improv, I went up to him and I said, "You hurt me. You hurt me." I mean, I was so down on the table like this, and I said, "Stop! You're killing me. You're killing me." It was just he's that good, you know.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, I've seen a lot of performers in my time, and I've never seen anybody that could just mesmerize the audience like that, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, I went there for a couple years and got to know Reverend Mirage. Yeah, nice guy. He can give a great talk, not a
oh
great
yeah,
sermon, a
oh
great
yeah,
talk.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I go. That's why I go.
Yeah.
And COVID, you know, kind of screwed everything up for a while. And
Yeah.
not only did he take the church, they took my funny man. You know, it's like dang, you know,
Yeah.
what's left? You know
Yeah.
what? I think that we're probably we've done as much as we can do today.
That's true.
That is true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you need to know when it's done and then
Yeah.
finish.
When to fold them.
And as usual, I hope you know this is from the heart. I really love doing this with you guys, and I really want to keep on doing it. And I'm hoping that we come up with some interesting side things that might make it, I don't know, a little bit more fun. I can always use more
Yeah.
fun. I don't know about you guys. Now, I'm saying all that because I forgot what we say when we sign off.
Well, Dean just got it
Keep on
started.
writing.
Okay, but there's more to it than that, right? I thought.
Keep on writing because it's good for you.
Okay, if that's it, then
That's all she
that's
wrote.
it.
That's it.
All right.
Can I have it once more with feeling though? I feel like we're just kind of
Keep on writing because
It's good for
you.
you.
good for you.
Amen. There you go.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right.